بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب زدني علما.
So probably in this section, we'll talk about the Cisco ISE, Cisco Identity Service Engine. Now, what is ISE? ISE is a AAA server. Like we discussed, there are three main components. So the end users or the supplicants, and then the network access devices, and then the AAA server. Now, this AAA server can be a ACS server or it can be a Cisco ISE. So what Cisco ISE? Cisco ISE is going to provide a centralized network access policy. Now, what is the meaning of centralized network access policy for AAA, for administration, for authentication, authorization, and accounting? So it's going to provide a centralized control or the centralized policy from where you can define these three things: authentication, authorization, and accounting. So whatever the way you connect, so like generally we discussed, we can do it for network access. So if a user is trying to connect through a wide network, or it can be through any wireless network, or it can be through VPN. So we want to make sure that the user must be authenticated or prompt for the username and the password. And once he enters the username and the password, he will be authorized to define what he can do, what he cannot do. And finally, you need to keep a track of accounting. So all these things can be done from a single centralized place. And that is what a Cisco ISE offers you. So Cisco ISE is providing you the centralized access policy for any device from anywhere you connect, anytime, or whatever the way you connect, whether it is a wired, wireless, or the VPN access. So this Cisco ISE is again a kind of a security policy management platform, which is going to provide the secure network access. So the secure network access will be provided from a centralized place. The examples already we discussed in the basics, whether it can be any user or the PC or any kind of a phone, or if you're trying to any like IP phone or any kind of a smart devices you're trying to connect to a network, like any user who is trying to connect, maybe a guest user or maybe an account user, anyone, we need to make sure that before they connect, they must be authenticated. So you can do that from a single centralized location. Or even whatever the type of connection, like I said, wired, wireless, or the VPN connection. So this is for the device network access. And similar way, even for the device administration as well. So if you're trying to enter into the network via telnet or SSH or HTTP or HTTPS, if you're trying to access or manage any particular device in your network, being a role of network engineer or any kind of network related team, you can do that. And again, whenever you try to connect, all your requests will be redirected to the centralized server. That is what the Cisco ISE offers you. So not only that, it's not only provide you, it also gathers some kind of real-time information from the network, from the users and all the devices. And again, administrator can use that information later on to make the decisions. Like I said, it also provides you some kind of profiling information where it can identify what type of device it is. So if it is a PC running Windows 10 machine, accordingly, you can define what policies should be applied. If he's a guest user, then you can define what kind of policies you want to apply. So if you talk about the different features, what the Cisco offers you, the first thing Cisco offers you the centralized policy management or the centralized security policy management, which means everything you can do from a single centralized place. Whether you're trying to do a AAA or are doing any kind of profiling or any of these features, all these features, profiling, posture assessment, guest access, monitoring, troubleshooting, reporting, everything you can do from a single place. So it's going to provide you a single window or a single graphical interface from where you can configure each and everything. So additional things, So it's going to provide you a centralized policy for AAA, for network access, as well as for your device administration, for both. Now, what are the additional things which ISE provides? So we have something called device profiling. Now the profiling is an option that will allow you to determine the model. Like if you take an example, I'm connecting one device. Let's say this is a specific device which is going to connect. Now, profiling allows you to identify that particular device. So it's going to check the model of that particular device. What is the model number or model, or what is the operating system it is using, and who is the manufacturer, and what is the location or from where you are exactly connecting. So this information can be gathered. Like one of the simple algorithm here, you can see example to understand. Like it's going to check, is the MAC address is from the Apple, because the first initial bits will decide the vendor ID. And once it confirms that, it's going to check the host name. Like if the host name is iPad, generally the iPads from Apple will have the host name of iPad. And later on, it's also going to check some other parameters like, am I using a Safari browser? Because generally inside the Apple devices, you have a Safari browser commonly used. Even we can define some other parameters. We can even define some our own parameters. And based on the parameters, it's going to confirm the identity or what type of device it is. Now, once you identify the particular device, accordingly, you can configure the policies. You can configure the policies later on, saying that if the device is Apple and if it is an iPad, then you can say go and apply this particular policy for those particular users. So we can restrict the access, we can provide additional access. It all depends upon the profiling status. So again, as I said, profiling we'll talk more in detail, probably in a separate section. Now, apart from that, it also provides you something called a posture assessment. Now, the posture assessment is basically a feature inside the Cisco ISE, which is going to check the internal state of any device which is connected. Like, let's say I'm connecting my laptop to the network. Now, before it provides you the access, of course, you entered the username and the password correctly, and everything is perfect. Means in terms of AAA configurations, everything is done. Not only that, it's going to provide you some additional things like, does this computer have an updated antivirus program or not? Does this particular, let's say if it is running a Windows 10, does it have all your history, all your updated patches or whatever the patch versions? Or even it can say that, okay, is there any kind of registry entries also it's going to check, or any firewall is enabled or not? These kind of things. And accordingly, if let's say if this particular device do not have an updated antivirus, it can redirect to a specific URL to download and install that particular program. So that can be done. So we call this as a posture assessment. Posture assessment is a method of checking the health state of that particular device. And if it is not matching that specific parameters, then it can redirect also to a specific URL or maybe block. It depends upon the policy. Now, the other features like guest access. Now, the guest access is the same example as I said, an airport example. Whenever you connect your device to a Wi-Fi network, now this particular device is going to redirect to a web page. And in that web page, you're going to provide some kind of details. Like in India, let's say if you're connecting in an airport, a Wi-Fi, then probably in that portal page, you have to enter your mobile number, and then you have to enter that mobile number, and they will send you the credentials, the login details to that mobile number, which you can use and log in, and then access the internet. So we call this as a web authentication. So this is more applicable for the guest users, because you don't want the guest users to connect to the network directly. And that can be done with the help of that. That's what web authentication, we call it as, or guest access web authentication. Now, apart from these features, the specific Cisco ISE also provides you some kind of monitoring options or the monitoring service. Now, in the monitoring service, it's going to collect all your information or the data in a specialized monitoring database. And it's going to use this database. And basically, it's going to use this database for the devices. And this database will be populated in a kind of a graphical display, which you can view. And based on this database and the display, it's going to provide you some kind of real-time presentation, and it's going to display in some kind of a meaningful way so that you can view the things. Like here, you can see some of the options here. It shows you what is the system summary and then identity stores, like this, some kind of graphic options, which will give a more clear way to view the things. Apart from that, it also provides you some kind of troubleshooting information. The troubleshooting is also required because whenever you have any kind of issues while connecting the device, so it's going to report with some kind of messages or the logs which you can verify. And based on that messages or the logs, you can identify and resolve those issues. Because while you are doing the configurations, probably you may face some kind of issues. So it's going to provide you some information which can be used to resolve those issues as well. Apart from that, provide some kind of reporting services. Now, the reporting is a kind of, it's going to provide you some kind of standard reports, which can be used to analyze the trends and monitor the system performance and other network activities. So basically, you can search for those particular records and you can find the reports for the specific identity or a specific node details, like the health status or the summary report. You can even find for the specific device which you are connecting.